Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. It's Monday, March 16th. I think that's what I just saw. First day with the kids home from school because of the coronavirus. Nothing's changed here though, guys. Everything's like the words of the great Dwight Yoakam. Nothing's changed here without you. I start every day the same. So still in the barn with Claire and her little guy, Guapo. He is an escape artist. I didn't take the time that I did when Ferdinand was born to really do a great job of shoring up the ends, the stanchions. So we had some old doors that we used when we were building our house. They were temporary doors. So we stood them up and we'll put something heavy behind them to keep the little guy in. But it seems like every night he manages to... Every night he seems to manage to knock him over, and he's roaming the barn. And I'm sure that he hasn't done anything major, guys. I see some poop piles here in the aisles and stuff, and some pee a little bit. So he is roaming the barn at night, and we keep all the exterior doors closed, so there's no problem with him doing that, I guess. But I'm going to spend a little bit more time today and shore those up so that he can't do it. Nothing's happened so far, and that's fine, but I don't want to test fate and see if something does happen. So everything's going good with Claire and Guapo. He's nursing and doing great. He's growing, very active. She's drinking a ton of water, still hauling water to the barn here, guys. I don't think I've mentioned that in any of my other videos, that there is no water out here. Because there isn't cows in the barn, we shut the water off because of a building project that I'm working on that will hopefully finish here in the spring. So the water at the well is disconnected, the power there. So there is no water in this barn, period. All the water that we hauled for Claire and Belle and the chickens and now the lambs in the back is all hauled by buckets from the house daily. And that's a huge job. It was so great to get Belle and Ferdinand out. And I guess now the next great day will be when Ferdinand gets out of here and Claire, or Guapo and Claire, I'm sorry. So the other thing I got going on, guys, is daily chores, hauling hay to all the other animals. I did praise those black Angus for being such sweet cows, and that hasn't changed. They're still sweet, but what's happening is one of them, and we named her Flicka because she's jet black. I think that horse was jet black in that movie. Flicka. Come on. Anyways, I think she's in heat. And as she's in heat, she's becoming an escape artist herself. I've got them back here, which is fine. This barnyard really wasn't part of their pasture, for their winter pasture, but they've sort of made it. I wanted to have easier access to the manure pile here to come out the back. So I really didn't want these cows in here. Then the other thing they were doing was they would come right into this back area here and they'd push right through the chicken wire. And every time I'd put some alfalfa hay or some chicken scratch grains on the ground here, the cows were pushing through this. They've destroyed it. They've destroyed my chicken run pen. So that'll be something to repair here in the spring. But I ended up having to put a couple of cattle panels here on like an L-shaped cove to keep the cows away from this. Just because every morning I'd come out to do the chores, and I got five calves in the back here and a miniature horse in the chicken run. Sorting through their dirt, or sorting through their grounds area, looking for goodies. And anyways, then for whatever reason, I just wouldn't let the chickens out because I didn't want the chickens running around here. Sometimes I'd leave this back door open for airflow for the cows in the barn. Then the barn's full of chickens, and chickens are making a mess everywhere. So now I'm using a pallet in the doorway so I can keep the airflow for the cows. I've blocked the cows out of here using these cattle panels, and now I just leave the chicken door open and the chickens are coming out here, and they're roaming amongst the cows. They haven't. It's a little bit cloudier and cooler today, guys, so the chickens haven't made their way out into the yard yet. But everybody's doing good. Just trying to figure out this Flicka deal here. I definitely wouldn't have her bred now. We don't have a bull out here, and I'm not going to call for a breeder to come. Her due date would be dead winter, and I'm not doing that again. So we'll let a couple of her heats go by, probably till maybe summer, midsummer, or even the fall before I'll get her bred. So what a pain though. I woke up to I looked out the window just to check the weather, check the farm, and I found her roaming in the front yard. If the water trough isn't chock full, and if she gets done with their hay on the ground, she just pushes through, and she goes back in easy because she is tame. So it's just a matter of going to find the gate and kind of shooing her back in. It's pretty simple, guys. Yeah, so everyone's at home. The schools are canceled here. I'm sure they are across the country. I mean, my wife is paying close attention to the news, guys. I just had too much on my mind to even care about worldwide pandemic. So they're in the house doing schoolwork. She's like basically homeschooling them now. And I'm sure everybody in the rest of the country is doing the same thing. So we're going to keep busy today, guys. I got another video planned for later this week before I go back to work. So hope you enjoyed the video today, guys. Just kind of giving you an update on what's going on here. We'll catch you later.